Friends, I welcome you to part 2 of our Adobe Photoshop CC tutorial. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you a lot of tips and tricks, and we are going to work around some of the tools in Adobe Photoshop CC 2017. So let's get the tutorial started. Alright friends, the first thing I would like to show you here is what we call customize Adobe Photoshop CC interface. So let's say for instance, you don't want your Adobe Photoshop CC interface to look dark. You want it to look like ash or like white color. All you have to do is to follow me to see the step you are going to take to check the Adobe Photoshop CC interface. So the first thing you have to do is to go to your menu bar. Then click on edit. Having clicked on edit, come down below here, select preferences. Edit. Then look for preferences. Then having looked for preferences, the next thing you have to do is to look for interface. Then click on interface. So having clicked on interface, a dialog box is going to pop up like this. So this is where you're going to set your interface of your Adobe Photoshop CC. So as you can see on my screen here, I'm working with the second color here, right? So if you like your theme color to be black, all you have to do is to click on this particular place. So you can see when I click on black, everything turned to black. So if you want it to be gray, you can click on this one. It's turned back to gray. So if you want it to be light on gray, this is what you are going to select. If you want it to be white, this is what you are going to get. All right. But in this tutorial, I think I prefer my Adobe Photoshop CC to be dark. So I'm going to select black. All right. So once you are done with your color setting, then you click on OK. That is that. So the next thing I would like to explain in Adobe Photoshop here is what we call tools bar. So as you can see from the side here, everything here refers to tools bar in Adobe Photoshop. Then at the top here, everything at the top here is refers to menu bar, starting from file to help. Then at this place is refers to layers panel, and these are the color palettes. All right, so we are going to take all these tools one after the other. The first one here is refers to as move tools, or you press V in your keyboard, you're going to take you to move tool. So the next to it here, when you right click on it, a dialog box is going to pop up. This is where you see a variety of tools. So under this segment, we have rectangular marquee tools, eclipse marquee tools, singular row marquee tool, and single column marquee tool. So all these tools, they have their own specific function in Adobe Photoshop, which we are going to take one after the other as time goes on. So the next to it here, when you right click on it, you see another variety option of tools, starting from lasso tool, polygon lasso tool, magenta lasso tools. Then the next to it here, when you right click on it, a dialog will pop up. We have quick selection magic wonder, and so on and so forth. So in this tutorial, the first tools I would like to work on today is what we call pen tools. When you come down below here, this is where you see your pen tool. When you right click on it, a dialog box pops up. This is where you get a variety of pen tools that you can work on. So the first one here is my default pen tools, which has to do with normal standard pen tool. So when you use pen tool in Photoshop, there are many functions by which you can use pen tools to achieve in Photoshop. One of the functions is that you can use pen tools to create a design. That's first. The second one is you can use pen tools to cut out background image of a picture. So those are the basic two functions by which we can use pen tools to work in the Adobe Photoshop. So the first thing I would like to take here is the first one here. Having clicked on the pen tools, then I will come to the Photoshop work area. Then at the menu bar, whenever you pick any tools, always look at your menu bar. You're going to see a variety of information of that particular tools you select. So at the top here, we have shape, we have parts, then we have pixels. But in this case now, this is my pen tools. I'm going to use it to create a shape. So I'm going to select shape. So having select shape, the next to it here is fill. This fill simply means the color of the particular shape. Do you want to fill the color, or you want to draw the shape, then later you apply the color? So the next to it here, when you click on it, you're going to see a variety of color as you can apply to your shape. So the next to it here is what we call outline. Under this outline column, this is where you select color for your outline. You can choose any color of your choice. There are a lot of color here that you can choose to apply for your outline shape. So the next to it here is what we call outline width. So the outline width is a situation whereby when you draw a shape, you can increase the width by size, by number, or whatsoever. So the next to it here is what we call outline style. Under this outline style, you can decide to pick your outline to be dashboard or a straight outline. So far, so good. So the first thing I would like to touch here is that let's make a shape. Now, having dragged our pen tools, click on your Photoshop work area, press Shift key, then click on the second point. This is how to create a very perfect straight line and in Adobe Photoshop. So the next to it is that continue press your Shift key, then you click down, another stroke. Now I'm going to close it here. Good. So you can see on the screen here now that we have what we call a rectangle. So now this particular rectangle, we can as well apply color fill. We can as well apply outline color. How do we do that? It's a very simple thing. All you have to do is to go back to your pen tools. So having clicked on the pen tools, then come to the pen tool menu here. This is where you select color. You can fill it with red. You can fill it with green. You can fill it with sky blue. So any color of your choice. All this color, you can fill it with black. All this color are here for your design. So the next to this color here is what we call the outline that I've explained in the beginning. So you can as well apply the outline color to be red. Then at the point here, this is where you increase your outline width. So you can see when I begin to increase the outline begins to increase in the width. All right. So you can play around with how do you want the outline of your shape to tick. So another next to it here is the outline style. This is where you can apply different type of style to your outline. So you can see I apply this one, then it's automatically updates. So this is how you play around with outline shape in Adobe Photoshop. So the next thing I would like to explain here as far as my pen tool is concerned. So let's quickly take this one for one side. So the next thing I would like to apply to teach here is that when you want to create another shape as far as Adobe Photoshop is concerned, it is advisable that you come down to your layer panel here, create a new layer. Having created a new layer, this is going to tell you that you want to perform another action by which you can use the new layer to create a new shape. So now I'm going to go back to my pen tools. Having clicked on the pen tool, so this time around I want to make a curve. So the first thing you have to do is to click from the start point, then press down your Shift key, then drag. right? So this is the first point. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I want to cut this point here. Press Alt key on your keyboard and click it once. It's going to be cut. Then at this point here, press down your Shift key to draw another straight line. Then continue. At this point here, then just drag it like this. Then the next thing you have to do is to turn it back and press Alt key. Just click it once. Then continue. Then press Shift key to create a straight line and close the part. Good. So the next thing you can do to this shape, so we can as well apply color fill and outline color if we like. But in this case now, I want to quickly teach you how you can apply outline color for outline layer style color. So all you have to do is that when you get to your outline, this is the outline column. So all you have to do is, you can see here we have gradient. When you click on gradient, it's going to take you to this particular place. Then this is where you select your gradient style. So you can decide to start from. So when you double click, it's going to bring out a color palette. Then you click on OK. So you can as well change this particular place color. Let's change it to red. Then you click on OK. So you can see now that our outline color has been changed to red and green. So let us increase it to see the result of our new style. So now you can see from the screen that we have our layers, our new shape to be filled with gradient. This is the first one that was filled with normal color, and where this one is filled with gradient. So you can apply gradient fill to your outline shape. You can apply normal color to your outline shape. You can use pen tools to draw shape, to make a curve, to make anything you want to do in Adobe Photoshop. So the next class, I'm going to show you how you can cut out background with pen tools and some other tips and tricks in pen tools in Adobe Photoshop. So if you have not watched the part 1 of this video, please check it in my channel. I have made a part 1 video. This is just the part 2 of the Adobe Photoshop CC 2017 tutorial. Thank you for watching the video from the beginning. See you soon. Bye.